Honorable speakers, ladies and gentlemen, dear colleagues, I'm delighted to welcome you all on behalf of EULISA to our 8th annual conference organized together with the Slovenian presidency of the Council of the EU. The topic of today's conference, Towards Digital Schengen Area, reflects the simple fact that the digital transformation is all around us and affects all aspects of our lives. And border management, internal security and migration are not exception. The Schengen area is the largest free travel area in the world and home of more than 400 million people across 26 countries. And the freedom of movement of the European citizens within it is an integral part of European way of life. For example, we have millions of people residing in one Schengen country and working into another. People in Europe have built their lives around the freedoms offered by Schengen area. And the pandemic situation across Europe taught us an important lesson. The digital transformation has no alternative, and it needs to be accelerated. In this sense, EULISA's role is more important than ever. The free flow of people would not be possible without the information exchange, large-scale IT systems, and the various digital tools that are available today. And in this sense, EULISA today is an important actor in the digital transformation of Schengen area and a key building block of its architecture. But EULISA is not only focused on the present day, it also looks into the future. And it is prepared to continue and expand its contribution for the successful implementation of the new Schengen strategy, considering that already today, Schengen is more digital than ever. And its digital transformation will continue at high pace in the future. Digital technologies are one of the key building blocks of the future of Schengen, making it more efficient and resilient. And in this respect, the new information architecture for border management and internal security, presently under implementation by the joint efforts of EULISA, Member States, Commission and the partner European agencies, is a major contribution to the digital transformation of Schengen. And therefore, it is of utmost importance that we all keep the high pace of the ongoing work and finalize it by the end of 2023 as planned. And at the same time, we should look beyond 2023 and recognize that implementation of the new interoperability architecture is not the end of the journey, but just a major milestone in the digital transformation of Schengen and in the evolution of the ecosystem for internal security, which is one of the pillars of the EU Security Union strategy. And EULISA is in the heart of all these developments, providing broad contribution to strengthen information exchange, digitalization efforts in the GHA domain, and practical implementation of the EU Security Union strategy and the Pact on Migration and Asylum. The agency works very closely with the European Commission to support as well preparation of forthcoming proposals, such as the new API regulation and the new generation of PRIM framework that will further contribute to digitalization of Schengen. And very recently, EULISA also finalized a pilot project to explore the possibilities for implementation of digital visas for Schengen, working closely with the European Commission. Dear guests, while being optimistic and vastly positive, we should acknowledge the challenges that we and EU as a whole is currently facing. And first of all, the lingering pandemic has had major impact on our daily lives. Most of us are still working remotely. The remote working is a necessity, since mobility and cross-border movement are still somewhat restricted. We have already adopted to this situation by implementing the EU Digital COVID certificate, but we must continue to innovate, and we must continue to use digital solutions whenever possible to make movement and travel safer and seamless. Secondly, the volatile situation behind the EU external borders makes the situation in the security landscape more complex. And the turmoil in Afghanistan and continuing war in Syria are both increasing the migratory pressure on the EU. And third but not last, the pandemic also brought to the light the technological challenges and the gaps in the strategic autonomy of the EU. The disruptions in the global supply chains clearly demonstrated that. And furthermore, moving our everyday lives progressively to the digital platforms, that has exposed us to the ever-evolving cybersecurity threats. Against this background, the EU has reached a crucial phase in the implementation of the new information management. The finalization of the new version of the Schengen Information System will take place in the coming months. In the coming years, until 2023, we all will witness implementation of the entry-exit system, the European Travel Information and Authorization System, and the new interoperability architecture as a whole. Their implementation requires lots of efforts, close coordination and cooperation between all actors involved, as long as we all sit in the same boat. But those efforts are worth, given the benefits that their results will deliver to Europe and to the European citizens. I would like to recall, though, that digitalization of Schengen is not just about the technology and infrastructure. It is, in its essence, it is a huge transformation initiative that will deeply change the way practitioners work, the way third-country nationals and businesses interact, and the way Schengen functions as a whole. And therefore, besides the efforts on the technical and operational areas, it is of utmost importance, digitalization of Schengen, to be seen as a political priority, and proper political oversight and guidance to be provided. We also need to recognize that the process of digitalization is a shared responsibility between all actors: EU-LISA, member states, Commission, the partner EU agencies, and the industry. And all of us should be up to this challenge. The way of work on implementation of EES, ETIAS, and interoperability so far, and the work ongoing today, is a great example in this respect, and we need to keep and further develop the cooperation and good practices that we have established. And in this respect, I use the opportunity to thank to all partners of EU-LISA for the constructive and efficient cooperation so far, despite the various challenges that we all faced in our efforts towards truly digital Schengen area. Ladies and gentlemen, the digital transformation of justice and home affairs domain will not end with delivery of interoperability. Already now, we can see new challenges, but also the new opportunities on the horizon. And in order to keep Europe at the forefront of innovation, in order to ensure our digital autonomy, we have to continue to explore the new disruptive technologies such as artificial intelligence, 5G, advanced analytics, and many others. However, I would also to recall that we all need to recognize the fact that the digitalization of Schengen is much more than just a technical issue. Therefore, the main challenges that we all face are not technical at all, and the most important three of them are: first of all, we need to ensure that the evolution of legislative framework in EU and at national level follows the evolution of the capabilities of digital technologies and enables, rather than prevents, their adoption for the purposes of internal security, border management, and migration management, providing at the same time sufficient safeguards for the privacy and respect of the fundamental rights. Secondly, we need to invest a lot in training and capacity building for the practitioners, to build the right skills and capabilities in order to maximize the operational benefits of the digital technologies and solutions. And third, but not last, we need to build trust in society that the capabilities we are talking about, the digital technologies and digitalization of Schengen as a whole, will bring broad benefits for the citizens and businesses in the EU. And at the same time, these capabilities will be used in an ethical and lawful manner. If those challenges are not recognized and addressed properly, the technical excellence of the digital solutions put in place will have little meaning and definitely limited added value. Last but not least, we also need to recognize and to remember that digitalization of Schengen does not mean only digitalization of border management or internal security. It also means digitalization of justice. In this respect, equal attention and efforts should be dedicated to justice domain alongside with home affairs. Dear guests, allow me to conclude my opening remarks with the expression of sincere thanks to our good cooperation partner in organizing this year's event, the Slovenian presidency of the Council of the European Union. And as tradition dictates, I will end my speech with a quote. This time I will be using words of Michael Jordan, who once said that some people want it to happen, some wish it would happen, others make it happen. I'm confident that today, in this conference, we all are of the kind of people that make the things happen, and our joint efforts will make Europe smarter, stronger, and more secure. I wish all of you a successful and inspiring conference, and let's make Schengen and digital Schengen happen together.